This was the MCU before the MCU was even the MCU. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review for Freddy vs. Jason. Now, I'm only going to be reviewing this movie from a Nightmare on Elm Street standpoint. So I will not be discussing Jason, nor will I be discussing Friday the 13th and the way that this movie works inside of that franchise. I will be only looking at this movie from the perspective of a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. So this movie sees, obviously, the two titular characters known as iconic slashers, Jason Voorhees against Freddy Krueger. And it's quite simple. Freddy is trying to strike fear back into the kids that live in Springwood, and he uses Jason to ignite that fear so that way he can be strong enough and start killing again. But Jason goes on a rampage and starts killing off kids too much, and Freddy wants Jason dead. I absolutely adored this film when I was younger. I remember my friend Roy and I, we would go down to this place called Video King and we'd rent this movie so many times, like pretty much every weekend, and we just watch it and watch it and watch it. So it was definitely one of those movies for me that plays into nostalgia, because this is the quintessential Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees film for me. So kind of putting that to the side, watching this movie again, kind of getting a fresh view of this movie from a Nightmare on Elm Street standpoint, I think this movie's a little weak in terms of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, because yes, you get Robert Englund as Freddy, who comes back in this film, but I feel like part of the problem with this movie is that they never truly established Freddy Krueger as this dominating and very scary figure. He is somebody who just toys around a lot with the characters inside the film. He kind of, in a way, becomes the main villain of the story, which, yeah, they're both horror icons, they're both villains, but it almost seems like they play off Jason a little bit more to be the hero and Freddy to be the villain. Now, when you're pitting two characters like this up against one another, it's going to be very easy to make Freddy weak in this situation. I will say this, they do give him justice, especially in the dream scope. In the dream world, he actually dominates the fighting with Jason, and I do like that they did that. However, I wish that they would have incorporated a little bit more clever and creative dream sequences in terms of Freddy and his character. It felt almost like they shoehorned in all these dream sequences that we are very familiar with from that harken back from the first Nightmare on Elm Street to pretty much most of the other films in the series. And so I wish that they would have done something a little bit more creative in terms of changing the dream landscape, going somewhere different, and doing something unique and refreshing. Robert Englund does a really good job. I think he's serious, but he's also hammy. Like, it's a good balance in this film. Ultimately, though, I don't really view this movie as a Nightmare on Elm Street film. If I'm thinking about this film, it's going to be more in the Friday the 13th scope, because they do such a good job of giving Jason Voorhees the kills, giving him the opportunities to take out some of the characters, as opposed to Freddy, where he only gets one kill in this movie. And it's okay. It's not the greatest kill in the world. It's not one of the coolest dream sequences or even one of the most clever kills that they've had in the franchise. So I wish they would let Freddy kind of play a little bit more and given him a little bit more justice inside of this movie. But it's still a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool sequences in terms of seeing these two characters pit off against one another, and Freddy does get his Freddyisms in this movie, which are a lot of fun. And again, they do a little bit change the rules in terms of what we come to expect with these films. But overall, guys, Freddy vs. Jason is a fun movie. If you're a Nightmare fan and you're going into this expecting Freddy to be one of the dominating figures in this movie, you might be a little disappointed, but it is a very fun movie, and I definitely recommend you watch it. If you're someone like me who really plays into the nostalgia of this film, go and watch it again. Tomorrow is Halloween, I guess technically today when this video comes out, but this is a good opportunity for you guys to watch a fun movie. The soundtrack is awesome. It's very metal, and it's just very in your face. And honestly, I really enjoyed myself with this movie. Anyway, what do you guys think of Freddy vs. Jason? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. If you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like on the video and show your support for the channel. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.